Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the best pizza spots in the Windy City. Whether you're a deep dish fanatic or a thin crust aficionado, Chicago's got something to tantalize those taste buds. So buckle up because we're about to embark on a pizza pilgrimage that'll leave you craving a slice or 10. Let's get started. 5. First up, we're kicking things off at the legendary Lou Malnati's. This place is an institution, a Chicago staple. You can't talk about Chicago pizza without mentioning Lou's. They've been slinging pies since 1971, and let me tell you, they've perfected the art of deep dish. The crust is what really sets Lou Malnati's apart. It's buttery, it's flaky, it's got this perfect golden brown crisp to it. You take a bite, and you can taste the love and the tradition baked right in. And the cheese? Oh, the cheese. They use a blend of Wisconsin mozzarella and cheddar, and they don't skimp on it. It's like a cheesy avalanche of deliciousness. So, if you're in Chicago, do yourself a favor and get your butt to Lou Malnati's. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Alright, pizza pilgrims, next stop on our Chicago pizza tour is Jordano's, another titan in the world of deep dish. Now, Jordano's is known for their stuffed pizza, and let me tell you, this ain't your mama's stuffed crust pizza. This is a whole different ballgame. We're talking about a mountain of cheese encased between two layers of glorious buttery crust. It's like a cheesy volcano just waiting to erupt. And when it does, get ready for a flavor explosion that'll rock your world. The crust at Jordano's is a little bit different than Lou's. It's still got that buttery goodness, but it's a little bit denser, a little bit chewier, and it's got this beautiful golden brown crust that's just begging to be devoured. So if you're looking for a pizza that's gonna push you to your cheesy limits, Jordano's is the place to be. Just make sure you bring your appetite because this pizza is not for the faint of heart. Alright, pizza fanatics, we're moving on to a Chicago institution that's a little off the beaten path, but trust me, it's worth the trek. We're talking about Pequod's Pizza, home of the legendary caramelized crust. Pequod's takes their dough and presses it all the way to the edge of the pan, creating this beautiful, crispy, caramelized crust that's unlike anything you've ever tasted. It's got this sweet and savory thing going on that's just out of this world. And the pizza itself, it's just as good as the crust. They use fresh, high-quality ingredients, and you can taste the difference. The sauce is tangy, the cheese is gooey, and the toppings are always on point. Now, Pequod's can get pretty crowded, especially on the weekends. But trust me, it's worth the wait. So do yourself a favor and add Pequod's to your Chicago pizza bucket list. Alright, pizza lovers, next up on our Chicago pizza extravaganza is Goos East, a place that's been serving up delicious pies since 1966. Now, Goos East is known for their cornmeal crust, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. The cornmeal gives the crust this unique texture that's both crispy and crumbly. It's got this nice crunch to it, and it's just bursting with flavor. And the best part? It doesn't get soggy, even when it's loaded down with toppings. And speaking of toppings, Goos East doesn't skimp on those either. They use fresh, high-quality ingredients, and they're not afraid to pile them on. So next time you're in Chicago, make sure you add Goos East to your pizza itinerary. Order yourself a classic deep dish with sausage, pepperoni, and mushrooms, and get ready for a cornmeal crust revolution. Listen up, pizza aficionados, because we're about to enter the hallowed halls of Art of Pizza, a place where deep dish transcends mere food and becomes a goddamn masterpiece. The first thing you'll notice about Art of Pizza is the crust. It's a work of art in itself, perfectly golden brown, crispy on the outside, and fluffy on the inside. And the cheese? Don't even get me started on the cheese. They use a blend of mozzarella, provolone, and parmesan, and they layer it on thick. But it's not just about the crust and the cheese at Art of Pizza. They also use fresh, high-quality toppings, and they don't skimp on the sauce. Art of Pizza is surprisingly affordable, especially considering the quality of the pizza. So do yourself a favor and make a pilgrimage to Art of Pizza. Order yourself a masterpiece and get ready to experience pizza nirvana. Alright, pizza lovers, we're taking a break from the deep dish madness for a moment to visit a place that's near and dear to my heart, Bartoli's Pizzeria. This family-owned and operated joint has been serving up classic no-frills pizza for over 40 years, and let me tell you, it's the real deal. The first thing you'll notice about Bartoli's is the smell. As soon as you walk through the door, you're hit with this intoxicating aroma of baking bread, melted cheese, and simmering tomato sauce. The pizza at Bartoli's is all about simplicity and tradition. They use a thin crust that's crispy and flavorful, a tangy tomato sauce, and a blend of mozzarella and provolone cheese. They don't get fancy with the toppings, but that's okay, because they don't need to. The pizza is so good on its own, you won't even miss the fancy stuff. So if you're looking for a taste of old-school Chicago pizza, Bartoli's Pizzeria is the place to be. Order yourself a classic cheese pizza and get ready to experience pizza the way it was meant to be. Alright pizza enthusiasts, we're switching gears and heading over to Coal Fire, a place that's putting a modern spin on the classic thin crust pizza. Now, Coal Fire is known for their coal-fired ovens, which impart a unique smoky flavor to their pizzas. The high heat cooks the pizzas quickly and evenly, resulting in a crust that's crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. And the toppings? Coal Fire doesn't mess around. They use fresh, seasonal ingredients, and they're not afraid to get creative with their combinations. Whether you're in the mood for something classic or something a little more adventurous, they've got something to tantalize your taste buds. So if you're looking for a thin crust pizza that's cooked to perfection and bursting with flavor, Coal Fire is the place to be. Order yourself a margherita pizza with fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, and basil, and get ready to experience pizza nirvana. Alright pizza pilgrims, we're taking a trip to Italy, without ever leaving Chicago. That's right, we're heading over to SPAC Napoli, a place that's serving up authentic Neapolitan pizza that'll transport you straight to the streets of Naples. The first thing you'll notice about SPAC Napoli is the oven. It's a massive wood-fired behemoth that's been imported straight from Italy. The pizzas at SPAC Napoli are all about simplicity and tradition. They use only the finest ingredients, including imported Italian tomatoes, fresh mozzarella di bufala, and extra virgin olive oil. The dough is made fresh daily, and it's fermented for over 24 hours, which gives it a complex flavor and a light and airy texture. The pizzas are cooked quickly at a high temperature, and they emerge from the oven with a perfectly charred crust that's both crispy and chewy. So do yourself a favor and add SPAC Napoli to your Chicago pizza bucket list. Order yourself a margherita pizza and get ready to experience pizza the way it was meant to be. Alright pizza lovers, we're heading back to the basics with Pat's Pizza, a Chicago institution that's been serving up classic thin crust pizza since 1950. Now, Pat's Pizza is the kind of place where you can go to get a no-frills delicious pizza at a great price. The first thing you'll notice about Pat's Pizza is the atmosphere. It's a classic old-school pizza joint with red and white checkered tablecloths, dim lighting, and the sounds of Frank Sinatra playing in the background. The pizza at Pat's is all about simplicity and tradition. They use a thin crust that's crispy and flavorful, a tangy tomato sauce, and a blend of mozzarella and provolone cheese. They don't get fancy with the toppings, but that's okay, because they don't need to. The pizza is so good on its own, you won't even miss the fancy stuff. So if you're looking for a classic thin crust pizza that's cooked to perfection and bursting with flavor, Pat's Pizza is the place to be. Order yourself a classic cheese pizza and get ready to experience pizza the way it was meant to be. Alright pizza and beer lovers, we're ending our Chicago pizza pilgrimage at Peace Brewery and Pizzeria, a place that's combining two of life's greatest pleasures, delicious pizza and craft beer. Peace Brewery and Pizzeria is known for their New Haven-style pizza, which is characterized by its thin crust that's cooked in a coal-fired oven. The pizzas are cooked quickly at a high temperature, and they emerge from the oven with a perfectly charred crust that's both crispy and chewy. The toppings at Peace are fresh and flavorful, and they're not afraid to get creative with their combinations. They also offer a variety of classic pizzas, so there's something for everyone. But the real star of the show at Peace is their beer. They brew their own beer on site, and they offer a rotating selection of seasonal and experimental brews. So if you're looking for a place to get your pizza and beer fix, Peace Brewery and Pizzeria is the place to be. Order yourself a New Haven-style pizza and a flight of their craft beers and get ready to experience pizza and beer nirvana. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more delicious content. Let us know in the comments which pizza place is your favorite or if we missed any hidden gems. See you next time.